Okay.
Would you use cosine?
Okay. 1 second. Let me review. Just for the purpose of my recording, because I forgot to record right now when I explain all of the drawing. So before we go into that, I'm just gonna explain again. A 20-foot ladder leans against a wall so that the base of the ladder is 8 feet from the base of the building. And we saw that in the illustration that I did, right? I'm not gonna do the illustration again. But from that illustration, we got this drawing that represents 20, this right here, as being the ladder. The 8 being the distance between the ladder and the base of the building. And then this line over here, then that is the wall where the ladder was leaning against, right? And it's asking me to find the angle of elevation. So now I am looking for this one, the angle of elevation. So now I will label my triangle. The first thing, label your triangle according to theta. So now I would have, what would the 20 be?
Hypotenuse, miss?
Hypotenuse, very good. What would the 8 be?
Adjacent.
Adjacent.
Adjacent, very good. And then this other side would be the opposite. And I have theta. I am looking for theta. So now that means that I have to use hypotenuse and I have to use adjacent. And remember, we always want to remember SOHCAHTOA. Which formula has hypotenuse and adjacent?
Cosine.
Cosine. Very good. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, what will happen now is that I will substitute what the question is giving me to do. Cosine. I do not know what theta is. What is adjacent?
8.
8. Very good. What is hypotenuse?
20.
20. Very good. I want to leave theta by itself. So what do I need to do to leave theta by itself? What did we do last week? You already forgot?
Cosine
Cosine is
negative 1.
8.
We used the arc cos of that. So insert that in your calculator and we're just gonna hold it. Try it in your calculator. I'm gonna give you guys maybe a few seconds. I want everybody to have an answer. Nobody say the answer. Everybody's gonna put their answer on the chat at the same time. So try it in your calculator, the arc cost of 8 over 20. And when I say send your answers, everybody's gonna send their answers at the same time, right? So that everybody has an opportunity. Okay, everybody should have their answers. At the count of 3, everybody's gonna send their answers in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Send your answers. Okay, very good, everybody. Very good. Your answer is supposed to be 66.42 degrees. Okay, can we move on?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so in your when you send your homework, I'm supposed to see that triangle in red that I have labeled, and I'm supposed to see what I have in green, your formula and the working. That is what I expect to see, right? Number 2. A 50-meter vertical tower is braced with a cable secured at the top of the tower. A 50-meter vertical tower. So I have a tower. And this tower is 50 meters. Is secured at the top of the tower and tied 30 meters from the base. So now if you have seen the towers like VTL, there are these cables that are tied from it, from the top to the bottom. So now this is what this is saying, that there is a cable that is tied from the top and connects to the ground. So you have the ground and then you have this cable, and the distance between them is 30. The distance between the cable and the base is 30. What is the angle of depression from the top of the tower to the point on the ground where the cable is tied? What is the angle of depression? So my angle of depression has to be here. And this is what I am looking for. That is my angle of depression. Is everybody clear with that? Ando busca tu juice.
Yes,
Oh,
miss.
stop crying. Okay, so we have angle of depression being there. Now, if I am going to create my triangle, my angle has to be on the inside for me to find it. What am I going to do now? Anybody has any ideas?
Rewrite it as a triangle.
Okay, let's go ahead and do a triangle. Right, I have a triangle. I know that the bottom is 30 and I know that this side is 50 because I can see that from the triangle. Where is theta going to be now in that triangle? In this one, I don't have here and I don't have here and I don't have here. There isn't anything in there. The theta is on the outside of the triangle. For me to use sine, cosine, tangent, theta has to be inside of the triangle. Alright? So,
Miss, on the top,
on the where?
on top, like, over the 50, go inside on.
Nope. Nope. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. I'm not sure how many of you know this because this is basics of geometry. I think those of you that were in second form with me, we did not do this, so this might be something new for you, but there is something known as the Z theorem, which is right here. If you can see, there is a Z. Right? Everybody can see that Z? Now this means that whenever I have something here, whatever is here is exactly the same. So if this is 30, this one is also 30 because it is a part of this Z. So they are the same. If this is 60, this one will also be 60. So this is a Z. Now if that were to apply, my theta would be here. Right? Anybody has any questions with what I just explained?
No, miss.
Okay, good. So now let me erase what I have here. Okay. Now I'm gonna label the triangle with what I have here. This is gonna be hypotenuse. This is gonna be opposite, and this is gonna be adjacent. And the only one that has opposite and adjacent is tangent. So I'm gonna use tangent. Very good. Tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. And then we have tangent of theta is equal to 50. Is equal to 50 over 30. If I leave theta by itself, I'm going to have the inverse of tan of 50 over 30. And again, I want you guys type it in the chat, and when I say send your answers, everybody's going to send your answers, right? Okay, everybody should have their answers. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, send your answers. Ooh, I see different answers. Different answers. You guys shouldn't be getting different answers. You should have put tangent of 50 over 30. If you, maybe it was my handwriting, but it should be 50 over 30.
Miss, you put looking over 13.
50 over 30. Over 30. So let me see the correct answer. The correct answer should be 59 degrees, and we're just going to leave it at 59. Alright, so for this one, theta is going to be 59 degrees. Yes? Anybody has any questions?
No, miss.
Okay, we have time for one more.
That's degrees, right, miss?
Yep, degrees. At a point on the ground 50 feet from the foot of a tree. So at a point on the ground, I'm on the ground. There's a tree right here. 50 feet from the foot of a tree. So it's 50 from here to here. It's 50 feet. The angle of elevation to the top of the tree. So whoever is here is looking at the top of the tree and is creating an angle of elevation of 53 degrees. Find the height of the tree. So I want to know this. How tall is this tree? Everybody understood that one? So I'm going to create a triangle. Alright. This is 50. This is 53. And then this is what I am looking for. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to continue with labeling. I want to label my triangle. So now based on the 53, 53 is going to be my theta. So 50 is right beside it, and I have the adjacent, I have the hypotenuse, and I have opposite. I am looking for the opposite, but they give me the adjacent. So which formula am I going to use?
Cosinus.
I'll repeat again. They give me the adjacent, but I'm looking for the opposite.
Sin, miss, sin.
Which formula has opposite and adjacent?
Tangent.
Tangent. Very good, Jamar. Tangent. Tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Tangent of 53 degrees is equal to x over 50. And for me to leave x by itself, I'm going to do tangent of 53 times 50 is equal to x. So what would the answer of that be? Okay, at count of 3, send your answers. 1, 2, 3. Tangent of 53 times 50. Okay, and now in this case, our answer is going to be 66. Let me write it somewhere. You can see. 66.35 feet because it is a distance. Anybody has any questions?